At nagbabalik po kami dito sa Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. Nakuha na nga ng ating NU Purest Water Defenders ang set number 1 kontra ng ating Tacloban Fighting Warays with 25-22. Napakagandang performance na pinakita doon ng young squad. Johnson, syempre, leading there in that last play. Pero sumusubok humabol itong ating Tacloban Fighting Warays na nagpakita ng may pagka-diesel na performance in that first set.
But of course, no question about it, the Tacloban Fighting Warays gave the Purest Water Defenders a bit of a hard time during the latter part. Doon na nga gumana ang kanilang mga imports, ang kanilang opensa, but then could have been a bit too late for them to try and still snatch that first set dito sa ating young bloods.
Definitely kinabahan doon itong ating Purest Water Defenders, pero sadly nakuha na ng ating Purest Water Defenders ang ating first set with these statistics.
Excellent performance when it comes to their offense. 16 as opposed to only 14 of the Fighting Warays. Blocking was also there. A bit soft pa no, in the first set. But yung service, binanggit natin ito. No? 3 service aces for the Purest Water Defenders. Kaya nahirapan din sa first ball ang Tacloban Fighting Warays. Both teams though managed to keep their errors at a minimum of around 5 and 6. But ito, ibang story na since yung titingnan natin in the second set because I would think nakapag-warm up na talaga ng maiga itong Tacloban Fighting Warays. On the other hand, ito namang Water Defenders. Tignan natin how consistent they can be.
So, ano to? Giggle versus consistency.
Oo, tama ka dyan. But so far though, we've mentioned the names of our top scorers for the Water Defenders. Johnson, of course, with 8 points. Matthews tallied 4 in that first set. Pero sa Tacloban Fighting Warays naman, Hiapa with 9 points. Alvarez logging in 3. So we have yet to see the other players also contribute.
Yup. Yan yung sinasabi dito sa yung ibang players, yung mga kasama ng team ng Tacloban, sinabi nila kanina, tulungan natin yung ating mga imports.
Tama naman yan. No? You cannot just depend on them. It has to be at every rotation, meron at merong papalo. Oo.
Siyempre, kung titingnan mo, kung 4 ampere at ampere na yung bibigyan mo ng bola, babantayan na si ampere.
Correct. Very predictable. And I think that's one of the challenges for both of our setters here. Well, of course, for the Tacloban Fighting Warays, they'd have a more experienced setter. Yung diskarte dito sa larong ito, yan yung aabangan natin how Negrito will utilize her attackers.
At yan, nabanggit mo kanina, hinahanap mo yung blocking.
Ayan na ang blocking. And that's one big challenge also for Negrito in this rotation where you have Matthews and dito si Solomon sa harap. You have Johnson also over there. Kung paano niya i-deceive ang kanyang blockers, that's very important.
At mukhang consistent yung pagpapakita ng blocking dito ng ating Purest Water Defenders. Grabe itong si Solomon, the height.
Oh, yeah.
At Johnson working on that last play for that block.
3 attempts in, and it's like hitting the ball straight into a wall. And dito pumapasok yung diskarte ng setter. Also for the attacker, you have to find ways on how to penetrate that block.
Diretso sa kamay ni Johnson kung babalikan natin.
So ngayon, di nauubra yung palo lang. You really have to be conscious and be smart. Be conscious of your blocker.
Alvarez trying to save that play. Amporn with the help of the net. Cagande goes to Matthews. That was too high. Pero gumana para sa ating Purest Water Defender. Abante na po dito ang ating NU squad ng 2 puntos. I was saying kanina, looking at Solomon, kasing tangkad niya na si Matthews. Ganito palang kaaga. Ano bang kinakain ng mga bata?
Dapat pinakain ako niyan ng aking mga magulang. Kung bata pa ako.
Diba? Well, bata pa rin naman.
Batang-bata pa ako, no?
And speaking of batang-bata, ito, isa pang batang-bata, si Roxanne Montealegre may hatid sa ating report on courtside.
If there's anything Regina Rocha learned after winning multiple awards and championships, it's that a great player means nothing if you don't have a great team. Kaya nga, kinwento niya na ang naging focus nila nung nag-prepare sila for this season is finding team chemistry and connection, lalo na may mga bago silang kasama. Pero para naman sa isa pa nilang leader na si Jovi Prado, even if you're familiar familiar already with your teammates, you should treat every game differently. At ang challenge nga for this game sa kanila is to match the youthful energy and strength with their experience. So tingnan natin kung mailalabas na nga ba nila yan at may papanglaban na nila dito sa set na ito. Sinch and Ann.
Very great points there, Roxy. Napakaganda yung dalawang hinighlight niya. Both back-to-back champions from the NCAA galing sa Arellano Lady Chiefs at really leading their team. Well, Arocha, we're not seeing her in action right now, but they really lead this team, not just in scoring, but as leaders, as team captain, and as top scorer, especially when we go into the open conference. Makikita natin yan sa Team Arocha.
Tama ka dyan.
Going back to our match, dumidikit na dito ang ating Fighting Warays with a 1-point disadvantage. Tingnan natin saan papunta. Free ball ang binigay doon ni Johnson. Ampor trying to go through the blockers. They go to Tangpan on the running. And that goes out para kay Fasangpan.
Tangpan actually under the ball, unable to adjust to that set.
Pero nakita naman natin yung mukha ni Sangpan right after that. Babawi siya.
Babawi siya.
Palangiti talaga tong mga Thai players natin dito. Actually, in all the conferences that I've watched.
And they're very friendly.
Yeah, they're very friendly. They're very jolly. They're very energetic.
And I think a lot of these Thai imports, they keep on coming back to the Philippines. I'd like to think that they enjoy also playing with the teams here. They enjoy the volleyball environment that we have.
Definitely, and on that last play, Thai import Ampor there hit that ball on the running very quick. But go back to our game here. Alvarez trying to score. Nerva inangat dito sa back row para kay Jay Johnson. Ampor was there for the pickup. Inangat sa open side kay Shola. Great rally we're having here. Nerva goes back row ulit kay Jay Johnson.
She knew it. It was on its way out.
Pagtalon pa lang niya, parang napansin niya na masyadong mataas yung bola.
His hit. Lack of wrist. Mali yung contact.
That led to another free point at tabla na ang ating scoreboard dito. We're tied at 6. Yapa Ampor with 10 points already this early in the second set. Nerva sets up Belen. Belen with a soft touch. They go to the quick on the other side. Second ball hit para sa Tacloban. Johnson sumusubok bumawi. Yapa naman ang sasagot sa kabila.
On its way out.
Papunta na ng pier ng Batangas.
Oo. Pwede nang pumunta ng beach.
Ako. Speaking of beach, did you know that Jay Johnson loves playing beach volleyball? And that's why couldn't man notice natin, no, yung
that's her
physique niya.
timing
Yeah.
and her, actually very good
Cross-training.
Cross-training yung for beach. Different, it's the same, of course, it's the same game, but different skill set din siya. It's not for everyone.
Ibang level ng athleticism.
Oo, totoo.
And we are now at 7-all and tablang-tabla na tayo dito sa ating second set at mukhang buhay na buhay ang ating Fighting Warays. Negrito on the service. Cagante goes to the middle to Doria, and Doria scores and brings the Purest Water defenders to the first technical timeout. Magbabalik po kami dito sa Premier Volleyball League. And we are back here on the Premier Volleyball League. She's brave. We're talking about Kyle Negrito and her performance in their last game kontra ang ating Perla Spikers. Napakagandang performance with 9 points lang naman and 27 running sets.
And it's actually great for a setter because she's playing a non-scoring position, right? So far also doing quite well in their game today.
But speaking of scoring, hindi pa natin napapansin yung pagpuntos dito ni Kyle.
Wala pa. Nandito pa lang siya sa kanyang diskarte sa pag-set. Yun pa lang ang ating nakikita. But so far, the Purest Water defender, Sinch, doing also an excellent job pagdating sa pagpuntos. I think it's great that they recognize the fact na mas mahihirapan sila kung matatambakan sila ng puntos ng Tacloban Fighting Warays.
At right on cue doon, si Alexis Matthews sa pagpuntos niya through the block in the middle hit. Great timing from Cagante on that last play. Balikan natin yun, no? Saktong-sakto. Set niya doon.
And we mentioned how, of course, yung mga middle at center spikers or middle blockers natin, bihirang mabigyan kung hindi maganda yung first ball. So it's great to see that they maximize their presence in front kapag maganda yung bola.
Especially if you have these tall spikers in front. But timeout na yung tatawag dito ni Coach Nes Pamilar. Pakinggan po natin ito.
Natin. Ha? Pag lumamang, parang ayaw niya nang lumagaw. Ha? Unti-unti nyo, dandanin nyo lang. Kung wala kasi alam nyo, ang tamlay, ang tamad yung sa loob ng court. Wala nang buhay. Pag nakamatay, siglaan niya, parang taas ka ng konti intensity na ito. Ha?
Napakaganda yung observation doon ni Coach Nes Pamilar. Nawawalan daw ng energy itong ating fighting Warays dito sa ating second set. At nakita mo naman the body language of these ladies nag-iba na from the time that we started the set. That was Doria for the service, and that ball doesn't cross. Night by the net doon ng ating fighting Warays. 5 puntos na ang abante dito, ating Purest Water defenders. There you have it. We have Sir Ricky Palu, the SecGen of the LVPI, and Sir Peter Caico, the Management Committee of Arellano University. I'm not mistaken, also part of the LVPI as the Vice President of the LVPI. That's the Larong Volleyball sa Pilipinas. Of course, our national federation. Thank you for joining us here today. Exciting match. Let's go back. Game. Baba sa 3 puntos ang kabante dito ng ating Purest Water defenders. Now have Fasang Pan on the service line para sa Tacloban. Nice floater from Sangpan. Cagande goes to Matthews. At pumuntos agad si Matthews. Pero punta tayo sa mga fans mula sa kabilang panig. Sabi ni Ayen, go Tacloban Fighting Warays. Laban lang para sa pangatlong panalo. That's right. This will be their 3rd win if ever they win this match. Their scorecard will be 3-1. Sa pang-tweet dito, sabi ni Charlie T, let's do this. Balipure and you win this game, girls. We have faith. #towers. Oh, I think they're talking about Faith Nisperos na nasa lineup ng ating Purest Water defenders. Pero hindi pa natin napapanood ngayon kasi kagaling lang niyang palaro and she suffered a sprain.
Still nursing that injury. But it's great that, actually not just talking about the Balipure Water defenders, both teams actually have very deep benches.
Definitely, very deep benches. At napakaraming pwedeng asahan. What a spike coming from the young Solomon.
That deserves a second look.
Look at it there. Saktong-sakto sa timing at napakaganda nung dinaan ng angle right through the blockers. Johnson on the service line. Dito on that open set. Lumawi agad dito si Yapa Amor. Balik sa 3 ang lamang dito ng ating water defenders.
Both teams now more aggressive here in this set.
At nagpapalitan lamang ng puntos so far. Nauna nga lang itong ating Purest Water defenders. Grado was there for the service. Solomon sumubok pumuntos ulit. Amporn overcooking that last play.
There was a bit of a loop on that attack. Probably she got bothered also with the hands she saw in front of her.
Sumubok umiwas sa blockers. Matthews now on the service line. Negrito chooses Amporn again. Down the lane naman.
Definitely that was an easier kill for Amporn.
Late yung mga blockers niya on that last play.
Ang makikita mo dyan kay Amporn, adjustment, adjustment in mid-air. Something that she's so used to.
That's what sure players bring into the match. Pero libreng puntos ang binigay doon ng ating fighting Warays. Magbabalik po kami dito sa SNA. At nagbabalik po kami dito sa Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. We might be in the south right now dito sa Batangas, pero up north, meron tayong electrifying sale and electrify your summer shopping experience at the Trinoma Green Light Sale that's happening today and tomorrow. Enjoy great deals from all the participating brands and get a chance to win exciting summer getaways from Skyjet, Seda, Vertis North, and Sandbox Alviera. Ako, mukhang malayo-layo yung pupuntahan natin kung gusto natin makisale. Shopping agad.
Masaya yan.
Oo, exciting yan. Kung may nagmamadali dito, for sure dun.
To catch the sale.
Ayan o, tingnan mo. Itong isang nagmamadali ata for today.
Wow. That must have felt so good.
Grabe yung block mo dun. Siguradong, confidence booster para sa young girls na ito to block a fine player.
Definitely a single-handed block, but sayang, because of that service error.
Nabawi agad ang puntos na yun ng ating Purest Water defenders. Pero balik sa 4 ang hinahabol dito ng ating Tacloban Fighting Warays. Kinangat dito para kay Belen. Belen going cross court. And they were not able to handle that ball on the side of our Fighting Warays.
Defense is something that the Tacloban Fighting Warays really need at this point. Of course, blocking will always be there, pero yung kanilang depensa.
Yung floor defense or yung digging, ika nga natin, nawawala dito sa panic. Well, looking at the side of our Purest Water defenders, surprisingly hard hitters ang mga bagets.
Sobrang hard hitters actually.
And mahirap kung sasabayan mo yung laro nitong mga batang ito. Dapat, ang hinahanap ko dito sa Fighting Warays yung kulang.
So, kulang is what we're looking for. Pero dito kasi sa side ng water defenders, you see how hungry these young girls are. And I think what's good is that in terms of attitude, hindi mo makikitaan na natatakot or na-intimidate sila sa kalaban nila.
Excited lang talaga silang pumalo at maglaro ng volleyball eh. And that's the best part of being in this sport. Johnson there trying to go cross court. Great idea from Prado, but that was a mishit.
Poor execution on that one.
It was sad na a long rally ended with a mishit. Let's see if we'll see more action here. Tough service there. Inangat dito on a running play kay Sangpan, and Sangpan scores.
They will be needing more of that.
Let's see if we will be seeing a faster point conversion dito sa panig ng ating Fighting Warays.
Tama ka dyan. Hindi naman, well, the set is not yet over. It's a 4-point lead. But knowing the experience that the Tacloban Fighting Warays have, palagay ko magiging hindi naman ganun kahirap for them to try and at least tie it first with the water defenders.
Siyempre, yun naman yung excited ang lahat ng manonood natin na makita yung hard hitting at dikit na volleyball action dito lamang sa PVL. Tangpan still on the service line. 3 puntos na lang hinahabol ng kanyang kupunan. Dito Kagande goes to Johnson on a patong play.
Imagine ko na lang, pareho kami tumalon, no?
Parang napanood ko naman yung Andre Mulya before.
That explosive. But I mean, look at her leaping ability. And this was what you were talking about, kanina. Talagang very high leaping ability.
With her height, especially yung kapantay niya ditong spikers, talagang grabe yung palo niya. Explosive, ika nga ng kanyang coach. And on the second try, ganun pa din, gumana pa din. Kaya tumawag na ng timeout dito si Coach Nes Pamilar. Pakinggan po natin ito.
Iba rin ang huwag nyo nang pilit i-abutin. So timingin nyo lang. Ang importante, mapabagal na lang natin. So para tayong matake. Di ba? Mataas ang pinagdadaanan ng bola. Mataas ang contact eh. So timingin ng block. So kung hindi maangatin lang natin para makatake tayo. Hindi yung kasi minamadali natin ang block. Wala sa timing yung block. Ha? Sila.
Balikan natin yung laro natin ng Perlas. Doon tayo humugot, ha? Doon kayo natin yan!
Great pointer there from Shola Alvarez. Ibalik daw natin yung laro natin ng Perlas. That fire, that spirit na kaya nilang makipagsabayan dito sa mga bata.
Sometimes it's really, I keep on saying this, but it's the attitude. Volleyball is also a mental game.
Yes, definitely.
Importante yan eh. It's all about the mindset.
and what you bring inside the court, diba? Kasi pag BV ka, mahirapan ka ng, ayun. Kaya kailangan, yun yung sinasabi ng mga coaches natin, yung enjoyin mo yung laro. Hindi yung maglalaro pa na parang gigil na gigil, galit na galit, gustong-gustong bumawi. Kailangan i-enjoy mo pa rin yung and the sport.
And a lot of teams, when they show how happy they are or how they enjoy, they actually play better and perform better.
And we've seen a lot of that in the past, not just here in the PVL, in the UAAP, and all in the other leagues. That sometimes the one that plays happier or with much better vibes wins the match. And just like that, body language of our Purest Water defender showing exactly that with that running play from Alexis Matthews. Balikan natin ito sa ating replay. That is this save is brought to you by Bangko. Bangko ang kapartner ninyo sa negosyo.
It's amazing how everything is so fluid on the side of the water defenders. They're playing like a really well-oiled machine.
And that's considering na hindi pa kompleto sila na nagtatraining so far. And Matthews came in here on the first week of May pala. So really short time together but already starting to gel. Imagine kung nakapag-gel na talaga.
What this team can actually do.
And the youngsters, the experience they have here. Robles trying to score there. Galang bring it up for Parado on a cross-court kill. Inangat dito sa kabilang side para kay Robles. Ooh. Costly error there for Princess Robles.
A chance for the Fighting Warays.
Let's see if they will be able to grab this opportunity at magtuloy-tuloy. Ito sa ating second set. 5 puntos ang inahabol dito ni Shola Alvarez. She is on the service.
They have a strong front line.
Complete with Amport. Ooh, but
these errors are the ones that definitely not welcome at this point in the match. Again, very important to get those points in.
Definitely not helpful para sa kanyang squad na sumusubok umabol because that brings our Purest Water defenders to their first set point advantage dito sa ating second set. We now have Robles on the service line. Prado was there. Rather, Alvarez was there. Nerva with a good dig there. Paran denied there by Marzan and Prado. Tacloban still alive here on the second set.
I think what has cost them here in this set, since yung kanilang first ball, they've been having a difficult time. Kaya hindi din sila makaset up ng kanilang plays.
Just like that, on cue, yung misplay doon. Let's see kung makabawi dito ang Tacloban. Jackie goes to Negrito, trying to be a spiker there. Nangat dito para kay Paran. Let's see as they go to Amporn. And that scores para sa ating Fighting Waray. Sumahabol dito ang mga Waray. 4 na puntos na lang ang nahabol dito. Let's look at that last play. Amporn. The block goes out. At puntos para sa Tacloban. Punta muna tayo sa timeout ni Coach Babes Castillo.
Eliza, where are you? In the middle? So, Alexis will go E-long here. Eliza, make pass right here on the 3. Right? Pass on the 3. Time it very well. You go for a 2. Alright, so the timing will be slow. Accelerate, pop. That's it. Watch your block, huh? Watch your block. Now, it all starts in the pass. Stay behind the ball, position your feet, raise it up. Right?
Come on!
National Youth.
Very specific play ang binigay doon ni Coach Babes Castillo. Rather, naghahanap siya ng dos play, yung slow, and then pop.
Now, it's all about execution. It has to start with a good pass. Let's see if they can execute it properly.
Oh, poor pass there from Nerva. Let's see kung magagawa ng paraan ni Paran. Oh, and she does something about it and scores the set for our Purest Water defenders. Balikan natin yung huling palo doon ni Audrey Paran. It was a poor reception pero nagawan pa din ng paraan dito. Audrey going cross court. Tough to handle for Hiapa. Lumampas at puntos para sa Balipure. That gives the second set to our Purest Water defenders. Magbabalik po kami dito sa SNA.